what's up guys? Welcome to Q&A Mondays. I'm Thad Barnette, and today we're talking about Sheffield Metals new colors. The line is called CoreLine, and it is a product line of textured low gloss PVDF colors. I've got Adam Mazzella from Sheffield. Thanks for being here, Adam.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
So tell me about CoreLine. What is it? What makes it unique? And this is pretty exciting that Sheffield's releasing these colors here.
Yeah, so this is sort of the culmination of a handful of industry trends, a handful of kind of R&D things with our paint partner Sherwin-Williams for several years now. What it is a low gloss. A low gloss is pretty popular, but we typically don't have low gloss options other than in 26 gauge. And it is a textured, which textured PVDF really hasn't really been out on the market. So we've been talking to Sherwin-Williams for years. Obviously they have their crinkle line, and that's a textured siliconized modified polyester. However, it doesn't necessarily have the benefits that a PVDF has. That's really the longevity, the color retention, things like that we're really trying to push in the 24 gauge world. So really excited. Bringing these two things together, two really big trends in the architectural paint system world, A, low gloss, and B, textured, and we're bringing those into 5 new finishes for the Sheffield Metals standard 24 gauge color chart.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we are seeing all kinds of ag panels, 26 gauge panels with that SMP finish. People are really going crazy for this textured finishes and the low glosses, and seeing them to be available in a PVDF is a big deal. Why is that? What makes PVDF more desirable?
PVDF is really the ultra premium paint system out there. PVDF is going to have better color retention, better fade characteristics, particularly with brighter colors. Things that you see in kind of higher end architectural applications as far as painted applications.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So let's talk about warranties, because that's a big part of this conversation. Tell me about what warranties are available with CoreLine.
So the CoreLine is going to have our standard 24 gauge warranty. It's PVDF, so I don't want it to get confused. It's comparable to the SMP product. The texture is a little bit different from the texture that you'd see on a crinkle type pattern.
Yeah, so what is that texture like?
So it's almost like grainy, sort of gritty, almost like there's a sand texture on there. But most SMP crinkle type paint systems typically have a gloss to it. This is sort of a knockdown gloss with a texture on it, but is a PVDF, which really hasn't been available in the market. Part of the inspiration, like I said, is, we love these textured SMPs, but we're not really big into SMPs. We do a little bit of crinkle, but it's being able to bring this high-end product, which, Sheffield and, the high-end PVDF paint systems is really what we're synonymous with. And we've finally been able to do that with our partner in Sherwin-Williams, so we're really excited about it.
So what color options are available with CoreLine, and what products will they be coated with?
This is going to be our standard 24 gauge line. It's going to be standard 40-inch wide, standard 48-inch wide, and we've got 5 new finishes. So it's going to be a dark bronze, medium bronze, a black, a charcoal gray, and a new color, new finish we're calling Moonstone.
So with Moonstone, the new color, what does that look like?
Yeah, so Moonstone's sort of like, again, it's a low gloss, so it's kind of got that matte finish almost, that textured look to it. It's like a gray, shimmery slate looking finish. Okay. Really cool, really excited about it. We haven't had anything like this on our color charts before, so anxious to see how the market responds to Moonstone.
Gotcha, yeah, so that one is brand new in all aspects. The other 4 are similar to other colors, but they're textured low gloss.
Correct.
Are we gonna see any availability limitations when this first releases? Where can people get this across the Sheffield network?
So initially we're going to launch this in all of our locations. We really do not have any quantity color limitations. It's going to be like anything else. We're going to stock it as a high-end kind of moving color. What we aim to do is be able to ship in 3 days. What is unique about this is that it is lot specific. So we recommend not mixing and matching on this, not mixing lots on the same roof plane. Okay. So, best to either have differing roof planes when you're mixing lots, or just all different lots for different roofs altogether.
Okay, so that means that those panels come from the same coil.
Exactly. Well, Well, and not just the same coil. Those panels come from the same paint lot. So if it's
Okay.
like ending in 11 and then your next coil is a 12, you're going to be okay. So
Gotcha.
that means it would be consecutively painted from the same paint run. But when we do paint this, we're painting it in large volumes to help minimize any impacts for varying lots and things like that.
Okay. What else did we miss about these new colors?
Some of the advantages of it, it's a PVDF. Typically, to get something textured, you'd have to go SMP. So it's going to have those same higher end PVDF characteristics that you get with a typical PVDF over an SMP. Additionally, when you talk about something textured, typically you're going to have a little bit more grit underneath your walking surface. So while we don't recommend like twisting and turning your feet on there, on a roof, we would expect to see a little bit better grip just due to the kind of gritty nature of the paint system. This is something that we've really been asked for, and it's something that we've worked with our partners for several years on. Sort of got delayed because of some of the issues with supply chain and things like that over the, coming out of the pandemic. We're really excited to bring it forward. Our sales team has been listening to our customers. Our customers been, letting us know, hey, this is what we're being asked. This is what the market wants to see. So we're really anxious to see how everyone responds to it. And I think it's going to be a really positive response, especially with these new items.
Sweet. All right, Adam. Well, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. And if you want to learn more about CoreLine and Sheffield's new textured low gloss colors, check out SheffieldMetals.com. You can even order color chip samples so you can get that textured low gloss feeling in your hands and ready for your next project. Comment down below with any questions. Subscribe here to the Metal Roofing channel. As always, I'm Thad Barnette, and we'll catch you next time.